All right. Good morning, everyone. You are welcome to this recording. It is our first in a series that I will be doing for us about our lessons. But since currently we are on descriptive writing, this particular one is directed towards descriptive writing to help us to become better describers, if we can use that expression. Now, the goal of this particular video is to teach us how we can plan our descriptive writing. And of course, a lot of us are already very excellent writers, and with the skills at planning, I believe we can even do far better. So let's ask ourselves the simple question: how do I plan my descriptive writing if I am tasked to describe something? So let's work with a tentative O-level descriptive writing prompt. Here is the prompt: describe a park or a public garden both in the morning and in the afternoon. That is the instruction. And of course, you know the next things that will follow: write between 350 to 450 words, and you will be marked out of content and quality of writing. So, already we have been talking about the tools that make for vivid descriptions. But today, this video is about planning our descriptive writing uh, tasks and activities. Now, with this at the back of our mind, and with the writing prompt or the instruction also in our mind, describe a park, a public park or garden, both in the morning and in the afternoon. So, this is the task. Ask yourself, if you are to write for this particular prompt, how are you going to plan? What is your plan going to be like? So, before you hear my plan and my outline, I would like you to pause. Truly, please pause the video. Be honest and faithful to yourself. Pause the video and write your plan. Write a 5 paragraph plan, meaning there should be an outline of five things that you will do, each outline for each paragraph. Once you are done, let's continue now so that you see my own uh, plan as to how I think we can do it better. If yours is better than mine, I am glad for you. That is the goal of every teacher, that their student is better than them. So here is what we do. So if I am given a task like this, I would like to write in 5 paragraphs. So I'll create the outline or the plan in such a way that uh, each paragraph will be covered in one simple line. So I have an outline of 5 sentences or 5 phrases, each detailing what I'll cover in each individual paragraph. So for my outline, the first outline is what? The introduction. What am I going to do in that introduction? So I must outline that briefly. Paragraph 1, introduction. Introduce the park by naming it. That is the first thing. Introduce the park by naming it. And then reference the fact that this park uh, is many things. In the morning, it paints a different picture, and then in the afternoon, it cuts a different figure. Of course, I'm using this expression since we are already doing descriptive writing. So this is the name of the park. This is where it is located. Of course, we'll have to write those very creatively when we are doing the writing itself. But this is the name of the park. This is what the park looks like. Okay, I'm jumping ahead of myself. So this is the name of the park, and then make reference to the fact that in the morning it is one thing, and in the afternoon it is a different thing. That is what my introduction is going to be about. First paragraph. Paragraph 2, morning description. Listen to this outline. Describe the fresh dawn light, dew on the grass, the scent of flowers, the quiet sounds of birds chirping, early joggers, the sun rising. It ends there. So the morning scene. Describe the fresh dawn light, dew on the grass, the scent of flowers, the quiet sounds, the birds chirping, the early joggers, and the sun rising. Now, if you are the one writing, of course, you would have done your brainstorming already. And out of that brainstorming, you may have other things that you may want to capture into that morning scene. Of course, you can include them. So let's keep that in mind. So that is paragraph 2. Paragraph 3, what will I do there? Transition to afternoon. So paragraph 3 will serve as a bridge, as a sort of a bridge, as a sort of a bridge. So I'm done with morning. So in paragraph 3, what am I going to do? Contrast the morning calm with the beginning of a livelier afternoon. So the sun becoming warmer, families trickling into the park, food vendors coming, and the general population and activity of the park is increasing. So paragraph 3 for me is going to be a transitioning. I'll transition very quietly that okay, as the sun rises to mid-morning, activity in the park also increases. Then people trickle in, children start to run, and all of that. So paragraph 3 for me is going to be a transitioning paragraph. So let's keep that in mind. So if I transition, it means that paragraph 3 will not have to be very lengthy. Let's keep that in mind. Then from there, now that I have transitioned, I can now fully pay attention to what? Paragraph 4, which is the description of the afternoon. What am I going to cover there? What is the outline? Highlight the vibrant energy, laughter, the buzz of conversation, the rustle of leaves, the sounds of people, the smell of food, children running up and down. Any other thing that you can think of that may happen in the park during an afternoon, you include that there. Of course, older people may also be in the picture, sitting quietly, occupying the benches. So when you brainstorm, you get the idea and then you put it down there. So let's keep that in mind. And then from there, I've captured the morning already. I've transitioned, I've captured the afternoon. In the 5th paragraph, I will conclude. So what is the outline for my conclusion? It is open. So I may decide that, okay, I'm going to conclude my description by what? Painting a picture of the aftermath of the afternoon, how the place is left in a mist. And I'll contrast that with the tranquility and the beauty of the morning. As simple as that. Another may find another interesting way to conclude it. So it is very simple as that. Introduce the general purpose of the writing, describe the morning scene, transition. Number 4, describe the afternoon scene, and then number 5, conclude by painting a picture of the mess that is left after the afternoon and the beauty that the park began with in the morning. So let's keep that in mind. Before we close the video, I would like you to keep these things in mind. The best thing to do when you are about to plan is to brainstorm of the details. When you brainstorm, then you get enough things to cover in each individual paragraph. Take your time, brainstorm, look into your mind, see the picture of what you want to describe, and then write the ideas down in an outline before you actually start your writing. That is the first one. The second one, why is planning and writing an outline important? It ensures that you don't get stuck and it helps you to transition easily from one paragraph to the next paragraph. Let that sink in. And then the second reason why planning becomes very important and useful is to ensure that we don't repeat the same ideas in other paragraphs. So you know the things you are covering in paragraph 1 and you know the things you are covering in paragraph 2. And since you know of these things already, when you know it is already in the outline, it is covered in paragraph 1. There's no way when you are writing paragraph 2, you are coming to repeat the things you've already said because they are not in the outline for paragraph 4. You will not cover them again. So this brings us to the end of this simple video. For any writing, please make sure you plan. But most importantly, if it is descriptive writing, brainstorm, write an outline of a plan, and zoom into it and cook it. God bless you.